G'day y'all. It's Friday morning, probably about 10 o'clock or something like that. And do a little bit of... There we go. Just going to do a bit of something to the old Chev. And I thought I might just give you a come for a ride with me out here. If I had a better, had a more spacious garage, shed, workshop, whatever you want to call it, that's my shed. I'd rather be working out there in there, but today, for me, this little piece of concrete right here is where I'm going to be. And yeah, that'll do me just fine. Put a chock under the front wheel there or something. But yeah, going to jack it up and whip the wheels off it. Some of you guys might have seen before. I'm going to change these arms out, and I'll show you the difference between these ones and the ones that come out of it. These ones are actually for my other Holden. But anyway, I'll get some. I'll get myself ready and come back. And also, I'm going to drop the back down. You can see there's a big gap there. I could probably measure that and show you exactly. But yeah, so I'm going to drop the back down. And a couple of you guys I mentioned that I'm going to have to do something with this rear guard, because I reckon it's going to come down on the tyre, but it's not a biggie. It's had a bang on that side, obviously. This side won't be a problem. That'll be sweet as. But anyway, I'll get to it and get some stuff happening. I really would have liked to have done this on my hoist, but I got to turn, because I'm not at work today, and then I could have taken it into work, but it's I've got cars on the hoist. I got that Corvette. We trial fitted the. I knew the balancer weren't going to fit. It's just too big. But and a Nissan Patrol we got up there too, with some work getting done on it. So I'll just do this at home, I guess. Turning back the clock 30 years. Take away the technology. But I'll just drop the wheels off it, as you can see. I'll have to drop the exhaust system down on a bite. Look at that, because we're hitting on the sway bar here and here, and there's those arms up in there. I'll give you a better look up in here. I'll show you. There's the zoomer. There they are. There's those arms we're talking about. That'll stiffen it up a smidge, and drop the back down. So, and I won't know about the length of the shock absorbers yet, because normally if you put shorter springs in, the shock absorbers don't trap the springs, and if you should go over a speed hump or a bump or something like that, you could quite easily dislodge the spring, and consequently you end up with the spring on the side of the road and the bum dragging along the ground. So we don't want that. But anyway, yeah, so as you can see, the coils aren't that old in this thing. There's those arms just there. I should be able to get them from out here without having to actually get under. And I might just sort that out first. Then I'll drop the exhaust down and I'll pull these springs out. When I get a little closer to that, I'll give you a squeeze. There's bugs in there. Look at this. It's come from the bush, this one, mate. We'll get that under control. Okay, so primarily here's the difference. This is pressed steel, rubber bushings. Nothing wrong with these ones. They usually just split out in here and RC sort of wobbles around a bit, but they're not bad. But these, you can see the difference in that. We've got nylethane bushes in it. So yeah, I'll put those in and get onto the springs. Okay, I've got both of those in now. You can see the nice strong bar there. And okay, it's always good to have a plan B. What would normally happen? Just knock that off there, and the whole rear axle will drop down. But as I said before, we're hitting on the exhaust here. And although I could undo those clamps there, but they're all welded up here, and I don't have a welder, and so I'm going to revert to plan B. So I'll just support the rear end with some stands, and then I could probably cut through the spring with my angle grinder, but I've still got to get the new spring in. And, so plan B is I'll just relieve it there, let the front drop down, pull the spring out, put my jack underneath here, there, jacking back up, bolt back in, should be done. And so far it took longer to take the wheels off, I suppose. Rattle gun onto the bolts there. So anyway, we'll get these springs out. I'll show you the difference between these and the ones that I've got. Okay, so there we go. Spring is gone. There's the control arm, and I'm going to show you the other ones. Let's just say that it's definitely an advantage. So these are the ones that came out of him. That's the part number there. Where is it? There it is. That part number, it says that's for standard height, S for standard. And we'll stand up beside the new ones. Okay, so there's the two springs, and if you have a look at the coils, this one here is the one that's going in. There's the one that came out. That's the part number that's in there. That's a standard part, standard replacement spring, standard height, and this is the part number of the one that's going in. And you might be able to see it. It's a progressive spring, progressive rated spring. Thin coils there, building up the thicker ones, and about the same length. So I think the shock absorber is not a big deal. And I'll get them in and drop it on the ground and see what happens. These are actually out of a utility, so they're made to take a little bit more weight, but they're a 2-inch lowered over standard, so that should be cool. And they use it's the same rear suspension as the utility that's in that car. It's out of a station wagon. And anyway, so we'll get that in and just get it back on the ground and have a look. So there we go. It's an hour or something like that. She's back on the deck, maybe not the full, but see, once it settles in a bit too. Should just put that on the road square and flat, but as you can see, we're pretty much at the top of the tyre, which is like where I wanted it to be. It sits in there much better. And yeah. On this side actually, because they're right and left-handed springs, normally this would have well, the right-hand spring on this one, because we're a right-hand drive. It's just a little beefier so that when my ass gets in it, yeah, so that should be pretty sweet. Get on the flat and just have a look. Okay, so there it is. Still got the rake going on. Yeah, I like it. I like that clearance. It's much better. Yeah, still got the rake. Don't think the pipes are too close to the ground yet. Yeah. Oh, just see what happens. I might have to take him up the muffler shop. Bend them up there. Get a bit higher to the thing, but there we go. That's better. Yeah. Winter time, got the sniffles. Already had the flu, got over that, that's a good thing. But there we go, I might have to do a lap I think, and just see how she goes. Anyway, have a good one boys. Cheers. A great old car. See ya.